What's going on, guys? So this is something I wanted to make a video about for the longest time because this is something that's very, very controversial, and that being video games. So before I go into this, I want to say I'm someone who grew up on video games. Absolutely love video games. I've played every console. I've played so many video games. I put so much time into gaming, and that's why I want to talk about this. So I just want to talk about why I quit. So I think I stopped gaming for maybe around 2 to 3 months, maybe 4 months now. I want to say 2 to 3. And there's, I guess, like 4 points that I'd like to talk about when it comes to this. And it's just for you guys to think about. But also, this is for me as well. This is how it affected me. And I just want you guys to think, I guess at the end of the video, just take a step back and think, he's got some good points that maybe I should look at myself as well. So I guess the first point that I'd like to touch on is our health, right? I played video games for so long. I put so much time into it. And when I was gaming, it was for hours. I'm talking like, some days it's 6 hours, some days it's 4 hours. Some days it could be like 10 hours where I'm just sitting down gaming, which is kind of ridiculous because in between that, I'm not doing anything else. I'm stuck on the game. I don't want to get up to stretch. My mind is not even thinking about eating. I'm so caught up in the video game where I don't even want to eat food. Or it's not that I don't want to eat, but I just don't even think about it. So I'm going, 6 to 8 hours without eating, and people say fasting is good, but that's besides the point. That wasn't my goal. I'm just not eating anything during that time. And the other thing is the amount of time that we stay up late playing these video games. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was playing these video games, I would be up till like 3, 4 in the morning sometimes. I remember a couple times, actually more than a couple times, where I stayed up till like 7 a.m. the next day at school. And I wouldn't even go to school, or I would go and I would be sleeping in class. That's not good for your health. Sitting down long term is not good for your health. No movement, no exercise. Then I'm not eating on top of that. That's definitely not good for your health. And then I know people say that they use gaming as a gateway to get away from all the stress. Yes, that is true. But then you listen to how people rage at the video games, breaking their controllers or keyboards or their monitors. That doesn't seem healthy to me. I understand we get competitive and stuff, but that's a bit ridiculous. But I've broken controllers, so I can't talk. But anyways, the next point is that I'd like to touch on is your time. So we spend so much time gaming, a ridiculous amount of time. Now, if you're somebody who can play in moderation, has no issue with that, that's perfectly fine. But a lot of us, we can't play in moderation. I get so hooked that I got to keep going. When I lose, I got to keep going. And when I win, I got to keep riding that train to get more wins. That's like when I was playing like Apex or League of Legends. We lose. No, we're running it back. We're running it back until we get a win. Next thing you know, it's 3, 4 in the morning. And I've played like 20 games. So the time aspect, you really get hooked into it and you get lost. There's no sense of time when you're gaming. You just forget about everything. Everything's out the window. You be there for 8 to 10 hours gaming. In that time, you could use it for something else. Maybe you want to read a book, learn a skill, cooking, video editing, I guess photography, any skill, playing the piano. But you can't learn that skill if you spend all that time on the video game, right? If you're playing Call of Duty, League of Legends for 8 to 10 hours a day. If you're like me, I have 2 kids, I have a wife, and I work full time. Where is my time for myself if I am playing video games for the majority of my free time? There is none. So I have to make a sacrifice, right? But it's also, it's for my benefit. It's going to benefit me. The next thing is money. So this to me is very important, right? Because a lot of people will sit back and they'll complain about their current situation, that they have no money, that they can't get money. They have no food, rent is due, and they're behind. But then they go and spend the majority of their day playing video games. That is not going to help you in any way. If you are making money off of it, okay, you are fine. But I am not talking about them. I'm talking about your average person, right? We are not making money off video games. We should not be complaining about our time, right? We should not be complaining about, money or that we have no money if we spend the majority of our time gaming. If you was to cut that off, or even cut off half the time and used it to learn a new skill, or maybe you picked up a part-time job, or you start doing Uber Eats or something, you would benefit greatly from it. But you should not be complaining about money if you spend all your time gaming. That is just, a lot of people do that, but they will game for the whole day. Cut it out. Cut it in half, right? Moderate your time. Go make your money and then game. Or cut it out completely and go make your money. And once you're good, go back to your gaming. And then another important thing that I want to hit is your family. So whether you have a girlfriend, whether you have kids, or you live at home with your mom and dad, family is very important. Now, usually when you game, obviously you're sucked into it. You forget about your family. You don't want to attend family events. You don't want to go with your family if they're going out to eat. You don't want to do anything. You just want to play your games, especially when new games come out. Forget about your family. I'm going right upstairs and I'm playing my new game. I don't even want to talk to you guys. The reason why I'm saying this is because this is all me. I've dealt with all this. I remember my mom would make food. And instead of me going down and grabbing some food, I'm upstairs. I'm not eating with my family. I'm upstairs gaming. Hours go by, and then I'll come down later on, probably around the nighttime, to grab food. Is that good for you and your family? No. If you have a girlfriend, you think your girlfriend is going to be happy with you gaming 8 to 10 hours a day. Maybe you don't spend enough time with her. I'm not saying put most of your time into her, but there's got to be some compromise, right? If you want your relationship with your friends and your girlfriend to thrive, how is that going to work out if you're spending most of your time on the video game? Now, I know a lot of us game with our friends, so it is what it is. That's fine, but I'm just saying maybe you should moderate the time and try to spend more time with your family, if that's the issue. Now, I talk about this because, like I mentioned before, I grew up gaming. I love video games. I played video games my entire life. From COD 4, Halo 2, original Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 3. I played like League of Legends. I've played Apex. I've played so many video games. Like, you can mention a video game in the comments, and yes, I probably played it. I've played so many video games. And that's why I want to talk about it, because in the short time that I've cut it off, I feel like I've been more disciplined towards the goals that I've set. I've been running more. I've been hitting the gym a lot more, lifting. I even went and took up boxing, and I did that. I was boxing for a little bit. Just the things that I've been doing since I've let go of gaming, it's been, I feel like I have more time, and I feel like my mind is more clear. I've been doing YouTube now. I've been trying this out. This is always something I wanted to try, but I never attempted it because I was always busy gaming and in work and stuff. I don't want to just blame gaming, but now I can use the time that I spent gaming to do YouTube, or, learn video editing, or learn to be better, I guess, talking to the camera. So those are just some things that I wanted to talk about. And honestly, if you guys think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but just take a look at yourself, see how much time you spent on the game, and even don't go cold turkey and cut it out. Maybe just moderate it. Try learning something else. Try taking a little bit of the time that you spend on the gaming and put it elsewhere, right? Maybe read a book. That's what I'm doing a lot more now. Anything else. And like I said, I'm not bashing it, but if you're somebody in a difficult situation, you probably shouldn't be gaming the majority of your days. That's my main point. We need to let that go, and we need to, I guess, get better. But thank you guys. Appreciate you all.